take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the problem in the first part, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
The Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Down near the sticks, it's Thomas. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
We love to see this on the first drive today. On 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something that you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
As the ball goes out of bounds, they'll mark it right at the previous line of scrimmage. Trying to change now on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Our coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there and take the positive yards and never complain.
And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Throwing right. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
This is either complete confidence or a hint of recklessness. Opening drive, 4th down, own territory. Going basically and he earns 4th down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that back.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Slings it downfield. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Dogs pick up the 1st down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Fires left. He got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive in the game, establishing the rhythm and the cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Like they're going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
On the run, it's Frazier.
How about the start from this offense? What a
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
When defensive backs come up and they are physical, they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. To the air, it's Grant. Got the tight end outside. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 27. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just...
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. The give is to Taylor. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, uses athleticism, uses speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, getting offensive guys and standing in gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone is right where they're supposed to be. Nowhere to run.
Quick release on the RPO. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
The Rebels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll run it. It's Taylor. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Grant. Going for 6. Through the end zone, picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense with his possession. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to give up a negative play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know
a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Now the play fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Keeps looking downfield. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Absolutely center cut. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas Tech is currently up big right now. A game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time. They're up 14 over Arizona State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Grant. Fires to the tight end. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4.
And you can tell they set up the screen action. But how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. We're going to leave that open. I'm going to take it right now.
And the Rebels can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking left. Got his man downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? To the air, it's Grant. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Coaches practice red zone more than ever, especially defensively. You know you're going to give up yards. You know they're going to power up like crazy now and spread the tempo. What a great job the last two plays by this defense. Stopping the passing attack and getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground.
A chance. Missed it. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit still in the game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
That's reeled in. It's Branch.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Quick catch on third down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
It's picked off. That's number 10. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Rebels. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
How about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fair catch called for and made. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Stockton. Throws to the back. Looking on the right. Looking on the 40. Good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. A big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Frazier. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Wants to throw again. Got him downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again, and again, just wears you out.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with a run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward. How big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Grant. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This time it's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
And back to the air on 2nd down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Grant. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there for the 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times it's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on front. And that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Going the other way, and he's got room. The defense putting points on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
He made this look a lot easier than it is. When you
Coming out with it, it's Diggs. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a punch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
After that last completion, it's second down. Taylor has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to fall back on this one, they need him to break one out. It just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball away.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time.
Tight end now in motion. Got it in the middle, it's Branch. That one takes him down to the 13-yard line.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. He got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. They're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, if you're the quarterback, you're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him, but still was able to help this offense get positive points.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical? And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. First and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the...
Touchdown, Dogs! And the stopping has commenced.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin.
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard-hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here we go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You just sense the to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Scanning the field, it's Grant. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and look to play another down.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He'll throw on third down. He's going to fire deep. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Taylor. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield.
He wants to take the top off. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
That man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside.
And that ball's free behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball.
I love those smashes when you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped. Oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to hold that play. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up.
Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there. Make a really good look up before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking to throw. It's Stockton. This one's complete. Touchdown, Georgia. A great catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working around and getting yourself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. This guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.